Hi, 360. Welcome back. So, we're going to read another chapter of George's Marvelous Medicine. We're going to read chapter 6. It's entitled Brown Paint. So, previously, we read a little bit about, him finding more things to put into his concoction. He's finally got it to boil. So, now we're going to talk about a little bit, we're going to read about what it looks like. So, I'm going to show you guys the chapter as I usually do, and we'll get started. Okay, so it says brown paint. George turned off the heat under the stewing pot. He must leave plenty of time for it to cool down. When all of the steam and froth had gone away, he peered into the giant pot to see what color the great medicine now was. It was a brilliant blue. It needs more brown in it, George says. It simply must be brown or she'll get suspicious. George ran outside and dashed into his father's tool shed where all the paints were kept. There was a row of cans on the shelf, all colors: black, green, red, pink, white, and brown. He reached for the can of brown. The label said simply dark brown gloss paint, 1 quart. He took a screwdriver and prized off the lid. The can was 3/4 full. He rushed it back to the kitchen. He poured the whole lot into the pot. The pot was now full to the brim. Very gently, George stirred the paint into the mixture with the long wooden spoon. Aha! It was all turning brown, a lovely, rich, creamy brown. "Where's that medicine of mine, boy?" came from the voice from the living room. "You're forgetting me. You're doing it on purpose. I shall tell your mother." "I'm not forgetting you, Grandma," George called back. "I'm thinking of you all the time. But there are still 10 minutes to go." "You're a nasty little maggot," the voice screeched back. "You're a lazy, disobedient little worm, and you're growing too fast." George fetched the bottle of Grandma's real medicine from the sideboard. He took out the cork and tipped it all down the sink. He then filled the bottle with his own magic mixture by dipping a small jug into the pot and using it as a pourer. He replaced the cork. Had it cooled down enough yet? Not quite. He held the bottle under the cold tap for a couple of minutes. The label came off in the water, but that didn't matter. He dried the bottle with a dishcloth. All was now ready. This was it. The great moment had arrived. "Medicine time, Grandma," he called out. "I should hope so, too," called the grumpy reply. The silver tablespoon in which the medicine was always given lay ready on the kitchen sideboard. George picked it up. Holding the spoon in one hand and the bottle in the other, he advanced to the living room. Time came for him to give Grandma the medicine. So let's see what happens next.